What's up, y'all? Just making sure I get something to drink here. And my wife is going to be like, hey, you're doing that Patrick CC thing. I'm not. I was really getting something to drink. Um, Back with chapter 3 of Sneaker Law. And you guys know that I've been digging into the book. And I am now on chapter 3, like I just said. And chapter 3 is design. All right, and I don't want that floating in and out of focus. This video will not be very long. This is the first time I've had a pet peeve with the book. And I'm going straight to my stickies. As you guys know that I use a lot of stickies. That's the old professor in me. And the first sticky is on what makes a good sneaker designer. And on this page, they get into a discussion on research and development. I'm going to jump directly to my note here and what I wrote. I wrote that research and development can be outsourced to a company like Helux, and brands can carry the testing and fit into their stores for an experiential retail opportunity. And then I talk about samples being size 9, and I go into the next page here. But you guys, for us, when we read a book like this, I'm reading it because what I want to do is give you guys that follow the page an opportunity to build your own businesses. So I'm going to give you guys a business where you can take your shoe while you're building it and you can send it to my good associate, Dr. Jeff, over at Helux. Now, Helux
is set on being the most innovative shoe testing lab in the world. Everything.
If you don't have a big budget, you can take your shoes after you've made them, send them out to Helux, and then he can test those shoes. The team over at Helix can test the shoes for you and make sure that they're going to perform the way you want them to perform.
Return more or less than an average shoe. All these pieces of data are taking the guesswork out of building shoes.
All right, so I'm going to put the link to Helux down here. But that's for you guys that are making your own shoes, and you make these shoes and then you just kind of throw them out there. You can't do that, all right? I made that mistake. But the great thing about my research and development, I used myself primarily, and then I did a ton of running in my running shoes before I decided to release them to the public. They performed well. I simply didn't know as much as I do now. So I'm trying to make sure you guys are protected. So now let's get into where I had my pet peeves with chapter 3. My first pet peeve was where he said that Kanye and Tinker are equal. No. All right, so that's the end of that. I don't even have to go any further. Those of you who know, you know. I do understand that Kanye is talented and he's made some great shoes, but there were people that were behind those shoes that we need to acknowledge, and I'm going to get into my biggest pet peeve of chapter 3. This was literally kind of, let me go to the pet peeve first. The section here that's about the notable design schools is awesome. It's awesome. So definitely this is an extremely valuable section that you guys should look into when you pick up the book. And I want to hit this point before I go any further as well. Here, he's talking about tools of the trade, or they're talking about the tools of the trade for designers. And for designers, they were talking that the Adobe suite is expensive. It is no longer expensive. I'm telling you guys right now, if you have never had the opportunity to work with Adobe products, they only cost, if you're a student, $19.99 per month. $19.99 per month. That's for students and teachers. So you can sign up. I don't get a kickback from this. This is not an affiliate link. It's simply information that I have because my family, we homeschool our kids and we use the Adobe suite all the time, and it costs $21 for us as a homeschool. We have all our paperwork for a homeschool and it works fantastic, and my kids are learning the Adobe suite. It's incredible. You can get it at a cheap price. It's no longer expensive as it says here in the book. Now let's get to where I started fussing. And famous sneaker designers you should know, that section reads like a who's who of the hottest people in sneakers right now. And I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. You know, there is a, Saleh Benberry in there, and of course, Virgil Abloh. And it's a long section of people. But I got to the end of the section and I wrote this note. And I said, this section will perform well with the hypebeast and sneakerhead crowd, but for a purist like me, not seeing E. Scott Wilson Smith, Jeff Henderson, Dallas Stokes. Not seeing those 4 in this section, and there's more I need to really go in, but it actually kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I really wanted to see a shout out to some colorists too, but and cobblers. But you know, that's not the point of this section. This point is really to get you inspired about the different people who have designed. Now, yeah, of course, we have Stephen Smith, but as I said, there are people who worked with Yeezy, and I'm going to go through the designers that I just mentioned for you guys. We won't get into what I was about to lead with. And I'm going to wrap this up with this. So we're leaving the Adobe Creative page. Wilson Smith, if you don't know who that is, look him up. He's not in the book. He should be. Because more than likely you have a pair of up-tempos in your closet. And this is the guy that designed them. Yeah. All right. My main man, E. Scott, and this is a couple of, well, this is 2019. The legend. Emmett Smith. You know what I'm saying?
What a wonderful time for basketball.
Black top.
I was not the best player. Okay? I can honestly
Yeah, that was a bad pass. All right, so E. Scott, you guys need to know these people. I'm going to put a link to that down here at the bottom as well. And then Dallas Stokes, who never has a big picture on the page, but Dallas is my virtual mentor. You know, even before a few other people, he's my virtual mentor from a while back. I've been following Dallas since N1, all right? And to see some of his work, let's go over to here, and this is his page, and he worked with Anta, N1. He does footwear design for a ton of different people. I think he's even making an eyeglass company right now. The dude's amazing, man. And then somebody whose shoes I'm typically wearing around, and people are like, hey, what are you wearing? And I talk about 99 products. And 99 products, oh, they're doing a pre-order on the bubblegum, right? So I have the chalk, and we actually have the blackboard, whiteboard too. So we have both colors of these, and I'm doing my pre-order on these. That's the bubblegum, the pink colorway. But the guy that made those is Jeff Henderson. And more than likely, you have a pair of Air Max that he designed. So to not have these people in the book rubbed me the wrong way. But you know what? I would have to guess that they may not even know these people. Maybe I'm wrong. But I know for a fact that they should know Jeff, and they know why. But that is it for chapter 3. I'm ready to get into chapter 4. And I hope you guys have picked up a copy and you can join me in these discussions. And maybe I can do a live as opposed to doing these recorded, right? That's it. Chapter 4, manufacturing and distribution. Very important section, especially with a lot of the papers I'm writing right now. See you guys on the next one. I appreciate you guys, new subscribers and everybody else. That's it. Chapter 3, SNKRLAW. Peace.